but let me just refresh it. Still says waiting for Zazook.App. There could be a delay, of
Oh
course.
yeah, I
But
think there is a delay.
So can we?
okay, it looks like we've got you live. I can see you, Biz. Still
All
says
right.
waiting for Zazook.App. There
Good
could be a
morning.
delay.
Yes, good morning. So today's October 28th. Hello and welcome everyone. We are going to do our daily pre-market prep. We're going to utilize the Zazook app. So welcome everybody. Today is Monday. We're going to, wake up. It's early for some, late for others. We're joined with co-founders Andy and Rennie. And Rennie, it's all you. Let's take a look at the market health for today and see if we can identify any trade setups.
Okay, here we go. Thank you, Biz. As you can see, the long-term BTC trend is positive, and even the short-term BTC trend is positive, turned positive today at 11 o'clock. I will go a little bit deeper into what BTC is doing and the overall market, because it seems that the coins are not really following BTC at the moment, but I'll get into that later. Market health, that is today 10 minutes past. Well, it's about 1 minute old. So as you can see, all of these gauges are in the red. The only one that is above 50 are the meme coins, and they have been performing quite strong in the last couple of weeks, months. But overall, the market health is not really in a really healthy environment this moment. Fear and greed. We also have the fear and greed in here. You probably know it. You can get it on the internet, but we thought it would be nice to show you right here so you don't have to go and look it up. It's at 72. It was at 72, and it's still pretty high. And Bitcoin is not doing bad, so that explains this a bit. So this is the Bitcoin charts, and I've drawn in the levels where Bitcoin could see some resistance. This is the 4 hours chart. Let me go to the daily first. This is the daily chart. You see Bitcoin is consolidating. It bounced off a 4-hour hold level that held the move up. And if we dive a little deeper, then you can see that it really bounced off the 15-minute level. And now it's approaching the 1 hour and the 15-minute hold level. So we need to see what happens here. It could hold the move down because the previous high is here. Then we have a lower high here. And if this keeps the move down, we have another lower high. And lower highs is not really good for a trend moving up. It means the hold level on the top, they hold. And basically there's no new attack on the break levels, and break levels need to be broken to make new highs. So we have to wait and see what happens at these levels. If Bitcoin turns around or breaks through it, if it breaks through it, we potentially have an attack of the break level a little bit higher here in the chart. That's basically about Bitcoin, and I want to show you a chart here. This is a chart from all the coins except Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is basically attacking these higher levels. Let me go to the daily. Bitcoin is attacking, is around here somewhere. and you can see the altcoins are basically lagging that move. So Bitcoin is taking most of the move up, and probably most of the money that's invested in the market. Altcoin are so the outcomes are lagging. So even though that Bitcoin's trend long and short term is positive, I feel that we should be careful at this moment because altcoins are really not following Bitcoin at the moment. Don't know why, but that's basically what I can see here in the chart.
Sorry, do we see a consolidation at this range right now? Or
Yeah,
total market cap?
In Bitcoin we see also, you know, a consolidation, and this is the one without Bitcoin and Ethereum, but we had a look here. So you can say, yes, it is consolidating. It's making lows, but it has to attack these levels here, this daily origin level. That's basically a break level that has been touched multiple times, 2 times or more, and there's no green candle, body of a candle above that level. That means that that level hasn't been broken yet, and this needs to be broken to go up further and attack this daily break level.
Yeah. So what does this kind of suggest right now? Does it suggest that an altcoin like a crypto, the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin? So this is without Bitcoin, so altcoins essentially. So that altcoins based on this chart is consolidating and could potentially break out in the near term. Is that what this chart sort of implies?
Well, it implies that it's lagging Bitcoin. You can see that also here. Today, for instance, Bitcoin is up 77%.
Yeah.
I mean, including Bitcoin. Excluding Bitcoin, but Ethereum inside is 27%, and this is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Both are not in this total number 3 here. You see that's lagging Bitcoin by, the total with Bitcoin, that's lagging quite a bit, even in a daily, if you look at a daily percentages. So this moment, what you can see is that altcoins are lagging, that Bitcoin is getting stronger, but the altcoin, it's not taking the altcoins with it.
Yeah.
Normally you see Bitcoin going and the altcoins go double or triple, but that's not the case. Some altcoins do that, but this is not the case at this moment. I mean, Bitcoin is not taking the altcoins with it, and it maybe it's also something that maybe is going to show up in this, as I said, maybe when it encounters this resistance that might reject the move up. And then, then basically you will see a dumping of altcoins, probably even more than they are being dumped now.
It's almost
But
like the
to answer your
money is being rotated into Bitcoin.
to
Right?
answer, yeah, and if you your question is, okay, where are we going somewhere? Well, that's if it goes up, it can go up a couple of percentage, 3%, and if it goes down, it can also Sorry, guys.
What's up?
Cut the wrong measurement tool. Where is it? Yeah. So and there's a 7% drop possible within that range. So it's a range of about 10-12%. So you basically can't say where it's going. The only thing I can do is have a look at this range right now and see if there's some hold and break levels in here, other than that daily one. So if you do that yourself, you just go to lower time frames. I'll go one time frame lower, and you see, okay, where are there any hold levels that haven't been hit yet? In the 4 hour, everything is already hit. That means in the 4 hour, there's no resistance, upward resistance in this move, in this range, in the 4 hour chart. Now, if you go to the 1 hour, here's something, and it just touched it, you see. Here's a whole level that's just touched. Is there anything else? This hasn't been touched. This hasn't been touched. And no, this has been touched. That's also been touched. So this is a 1 hour level that possibly could hold the move down.
Yeah. So that kind of illustrates a altcoin move, right?
Well, you would expect, if you look at this, you would expect a higher
Continuation.
high and a continuation of the pattern, and then somewhere in here, so somewhere in here, you would expect it to go somewhere in here, in this area,
Mhm.
and see what happens. You have to go deep. You have to go deeper in this area, basically, between these two levels. You have to find your level that hasn't been touched yet, and that's basically your. That's basically your target if you would enter a trade here. But I can't tell you if it's going to go up or down. Just can give you the levels where it can bounce off, and those are the levels where the risk is the lowest and profit is highest, and also percentage wise, those are in the trade, because you have a 90% chance of it bouncing off of it. And then once that bounce, you adjust your stops. I mean, if you go in with $100, you can take a profit at a lower level, profit level, or maybe a third of your portfolio, or a quarter, or half. That's basically an individual decision.
Nice. Let's see.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see if it does that while
It looks pretty strong.
on the
Bitcoin.
call. Had some coins coming in. It could be that these are also from yesterday. So let's have a the daily. So this is Doge. Doge is also performing pretty strong. And if we go to the 4-hour, Bitcoin is now up against a 4-hour break level. So we have to see our break. And the daily break, this daily break is already, this is a daily break that held up the move. Now, if it gets rejected here, it might go for the 4-hour hold on the opposite side. I know there's something in here. That could also be one of these 4-hour levels. But let's see, it might just break through it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it wants to.
I think I think Doge already had quite a bit of profit. I don't know when it came in. Let me see if I can search for it. What was that command, Andy?
Well, you're to search in all the channels, just put in Doge USDT.
Okay. Let me see what
If
came in today and no, this morning, the 4-hour
Came in
chart.
today, yeah.
So just have a look. Let's have a look. So it came in here. Am I right? Yes, at 7 o'clock our morning. So yeah, you know, if I would be in this trade, I would take some profit here, maybe half of it or maybe even more, because could well be rejected here. And we have meme that came in today, I think. Let me see.
That's pulled back actually, so that is.
Yeah, that came in also this morning. That was, well, let me, 7 o'clock. And this is Monday. Monday, 7 o'clock.
By the way, people watching, it's he's on UTC +7 here, so it's 00 hours UTC.
Yeah. It's about half an hour before North American market opens. Or would they open at 9, right? Yeah. Or 9:30?
No, you're thinking,
And
you're thinking of at the 7 p.m. UTC +7. So yeah.
it came in here, right? This is the candle that started at 7 o'clock. So this is the candle that it came in. This is the level that it came in. And in our videos, we discuss this. If the coin comes in and you're really close to a hold or close to a break level, then you better wait for pullback. And in this case, this is a a 4-hour hold level on the other side that you could use to get in. We also discussed, how to determine if that price goes to that level, if you should get in or not at that level. If you go to lower time frames, you can then see if prices bounce off of that 4-hour hold level, if then starts to make higher lows, and if it attacks a break level on the top side in that smaller time frame. And if it does all that, then you basically try to get in on a pullback, and on a pullback is close to that 4-hour hold level. So you have low risk and great reward. I hope that's clear, but let me see. At TNS came in. Let's have a look. Am I doing something wrong? TNSR. Oh, okay, got the R.
Man, Troy is on a
So that came
rampage.
in yesterday at 11 o'clock. Yesterday at 11. That was Sunday. So this was, so also they came in on this candle, on the top of this candle. And that daily hold is almost touched. So again, better wait for a pullback. And if you want to know where, then you just go to your highest level. You see, it's bouncing off a daily hold level. So the best thing to do is to find a level in the 1-hour chart, if there is anything. All of these levels are in. So that the 1-hour level where it might go to is this 1-day origin level. So I would try to pick this trade up if it gets near this 1-day origin. And it has the same scenario as we just discussed with mean. When the signal came in, it's at the daily hold level, so it almost touched it. So you don't want to get in on the top. You want to wait for a pullback and then get in. Aha! I drew this in this afternoon, and you can see that with prom USDT, it has bounced off of our third hold level. Well, that's not impressive yet. Could be. So, if you start to get better at this, you just put your orders in at that level. And then you up, I don't know how many percent, to 2%. And for people that do leverage, then that's a lot of money. But anyway, let's see what our theory is doing. Can we already? Yeah, see. So this has to be attacked before you get in. That's quite a long way. Well, how far is that? That's a 2.7%. It's laddering up, but there's, it needs, let's see, is there anything else? No. So it needs to overcome that resistance here. That break level, as we call it. and you can, of course, say, okay, I'm going in at a 1 minute hold level, and I'm going to ride that move up. And if it doesn't, I've got a very small percentage of um, of risk. Yeah. Well, obvious, Troy is a coin that's now pulling back after hitting a whole level. Troy came in. Well, we have a lot of Troys. Do I have to look at the top or the bottom, Andy? Top?
No, because you're searching through all the channels, you're going to get the tip update one. So you're looking for the green ones.
Yeah, so the top is the last one, right?
Usually the newest. You've got it set. You've got it sorted to new. So yes.
Thanks. So Troy came in today. What is today?
It came into quite a few channels actually.
So it's today. It came in today, right?
Hang on, I'll do a search myself.
Don't see the dates.
Yeah, you do. It says today at.
Yeah. But everything is today.
Hang on a sec. So it came in at 7 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
In BTC +7, and it came in top 40 one day, all coins one day, and top 40 12 hours.
So it came in today at 7. So that's here. Of course, it comes in here at this candle, not at this candle, because this candle starts at 7 and ends at 11. So it came in here.
It just didn't look back. It came in and just went for it, that one.
Yeah, well, let's see if there's anything that we can have a look at. So here you have an origin level. So the thing is, if you wait for a day break, above the origin level, most of the time, or a lot of times, especially when these things are starting to move, you're too late. So go to a lower level, 4-hour level, and then at a break. So here you can see the 4 hours breaking, and you can say, okay, I'm going to get in at that level, and my stop losses is here. So sometimes you can use the 4-hour to see if the daily breaks. It's basically an indication that can break. But yeah, that would be a nice move, and you know here almost hit, what's that, 35, like 13 cents, well, not even 30 cents. A very small distance between it. So maybe you want to front run it a little bit. So put your stop a little bit below those levels. Of course, you're not the only one that are trading these levels. Not a lot of people know them, but there are people that use them. Came in. Well, daily. Let me see settings. 1 day hold. So this is a general area where that move could, if you don't want to dive deeper in these levels, then you can say, okay, you know, it has to be somewhere in between this level and this level. So if you trade long term, but you not trade, you know, for a day trade or a swing trade, then you can basically say, okay, you know, I've got this, and the top, the break level, and the bottom of the hold level, that's where the move is going to be rejected somewhere. And if it goes above it, of course, then the move up will continue. But that's a way to do it if you are not really want to dive deep and find these levels. You are not trading with leverage, and you're trading long term. Then this is a way that you can use that. So this is rejected here, this area, and now it's in a pullback. There's not really a move up here because it's only one candle, so I need to go down, say, okay, oh, my levels that I can pull back to down here. So that's where somewhere around there you can pick up your trade. And you can dive deeper in this candle to see, or in this area, to see if there's anything that is of a smaller time.
Mhm.
This is well, I don't know if you can hear my dog.
I heard something, but I didn't know. It's fine.
I've got a, I've got a, I've got a Thai Ridgeback. Found a cobra in the garden yesterday, so
Wow,
good
good.
to have him around.
Yeah.
And
You know,
so here we got an origin. And here we got an original, or not, not yet. No, this is just a break. So yeah, what's going to happen? And well, it's the break is holding it back. We've got lower low, so I would expect a reaction to the downside here.
mhm.
Don't know when did it come in today, right? It came in right here, I think. This candle.
I just see this zone as like it's clear that somebody is accumulating this region because every green candle is a massive volume and it's very inconsistent to everything else. So I'm it just seems like somebody's building a position in this token.
Yeah, well, we can have a look at the volume.
Just so odd.
Yeah. So a lot of volume coming in.
Yeah.
A lot of volume, a lot of. But the thing is, here it's also getting distributed again. But
But
It looks like it's oscillating,
yeah,
as you said.
they're testing the market right now. They establish a position, and then some people who have been holding in for a while are like, oh, it pumped, and then they try to sell, and it's like they're repeating the process.
You know, well, the thing is that all these charts look like this, right? All of them.
Well, that
Look
one
at
specifically,
the
there's three distinct candles that or days that it does that. I'm seeing something very interesting right
yeah,
now
but you can
on the
you see
Bitcoin
here.
dominance. Hmm?
You want me to go to Bitcoin? I think we're almost in the question answer, but let's see what Bitcoin did.
If you take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, it's on a breakout right now. And when we look at the alt season, you can see how Bitcoin plunges. And we're also noticing a discorrelation between altcoins and Bitcoin market right now. I think there's a case to be made right now where Bitcoin sort of takes the reins for the next little bit. Here, this is the chart.
Well, it could well be.
If you
Which
take a
one
look at
is there?
type in it's BTC.D.
BTC.D.
Yeah.
On CryptoCap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, it seems like it's a breakout is imminent.
Well, I'll ask you. You think so? Is this going down? I reversed the chart. Now,
Oh.
you think this is going down, right?
Yes, definitely.
Because
Especially now.
this is going down, right?
Especially today.
So sometimes if you invert the scale, then you think, oh yeah, because for some people it's difficult to read this, no? But if you turn the scale around,
Yeah.
so would this go up? I don't know. Then you turn it around. Is this going down? I think so.
That's a pretty
Right?
substantial drop, though.
This here, yeah. That's got to do some work to get back here.
That's true, but even in the short term, just the gap between there and the previous swing high, like that there.
You mean here?
Yeah.
Yeah. This area here.
I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty within this next week or two.
I think if I look at it, let me go to Bitcoin again in the 4 hour. See, it's touching that to the dogma. Now let's see if it really rejects it. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. So we are in the question time already. Ask me anything
Yeah,
relating to
I'm just curious
trading.
where Bitcoin at in this cycle, and whether do we see do we see further discorrelation between altcoins and Bitcoin price?
Yeah, it starts to look that way. If you, I don't know, let me see. There is also a way of. Oh, let me see daily. Let's go for, well, how many months? August. So the above one, you see here it's pretty much following.
Yep.
And here it starts to decoupling, you see?
So that's crypto market. So BTC is decoupling from the crypto market.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Ooh, wow.
starts to do that.
Did you see that? It broke out of its descending descending trend line.
Yeah. I mean, you can see that in BTC itself. Let me.
Oh yeah.
Um,
You know when the
well,
real
yeah.
FOMO
Let's
kicks
see
in,
what.
because right now I don't think many people are talking about this, but when people start to talk about this, I feel we're gonna get FOMO out of existing altcoin positions and just pushing Bitcoin.
So everybody's trying to make a fortune on meme coins, on whatever
That's-
coins, DeFi, blah blah.
Yeah, that's the narrative
and
right
then,
now.
and then Bitcoin is gonna take off, and then Bitcoin's gonna take off, and then everybody. At first, nobody will believe it,
Yeah,
but then after a while, everybody swamps into it.
yeah. You know why no one's gonna believe it? Because Bitcoin hit its all-time high and it didn't do nothing. Altcoins
Right.
outperformed. In the same in fact,
Yes.
they outperformed the whole year, and Bitcoin made new all-time highs. So yeah, exactly to your point. I don't think people are gonna believe it when it happens. And then when they believe it is happening, they're gonna kind of rush to the door, and I'm curious to see what happens to altcoins at that moment.
Yeah, well, they might tank, they might, or they, you just don't know. Or they might go. I mean, in the past, when Bitcoin went up, the altcoins weren't really performing well, and they always lagged. After a while, they started to pick up.
You know,
If I remember correctly.
you know how we had that crypto bear market after 2018? Oh no, during the 2018, 2019, and then that lasted till like 2020. And then we had Bitcoin underperformed the altcoin market because the DeFi summer started to happen. And then all of a sudden, Bitcoin starts to do its thing, and it touches its 20K mark, and people are like, "Whoa, it's it's cool, it's going to moon and all this," and it didn't really do much, right? It got up a little bit, and then all of a sudden, Bitcoin went on its run, and I remember during this time, I started like investing into different altcoins because I'm like, yeah, the altcoins is gonna go. And so actually, I was on the wrong end of that trade, and I missed the majority of the move in Bitcoin because I sold, thinking that it was gonna rotate back to alts.
Yeah. Well, we will have to see because, and that's the beauty of these levels. You can see what happens there, and if Bitcoin is going to be held down, then it might go. It might go to these lower levels, but it can even go a lot further. I mean, this is also a level that easily, and even here, it's also a level hasn't been tested. So if it breaks down, then. But that's the beauty of these levels.
Mm-hmm.
You just can see what's happening. Well, okay, if those levels break, then you one step nearer to a break of the break level. But these hold levels, if they hold it down, and well, you can see it here. It's happening. So the 1 minute making lower lows has attacked this whole level here. Oh, sorry, break level here. So yeah. Even this here. So yeah, could well be. Could well be. Yeah, whole level here now. Maybe a 3 minute. No, 1 minute. There's not a lot that holds it down at this moment. Only this 1 minute level here. That's the only thing that holds it down.
Sometimes, I don't know. I mean, we talked about this last time. When? Friday. We really did. And it seems, I don't know, we've been watching this for the last 45 minutes now. I can see, and we're right about to hit market open.
Yeah.
And probably everyone right now and their mom is talking about how it's at 69.
Why do there's something here that holds it down. Well, let's see. People go short, all of them are, basically getting out here.
If they feel that I mean, if they feel that there's that the strength is quite strong, yeah, they'd be probably exiting at this moment here.
Well, there's one more level above this. You can see that there's a 1 minute break here. So let's see what happens here. And if it gets rejected, then it will move further down. The thing is, and I think you will start to understand this now. Okay, there's a whole level here. We don't have anything here yet. There's no whole level here. It needs to go past this candle, and then we start to have a 1 minute hold level, and then it is. If this then becomes 2 3 minute level candles, and it is below, then we have a 3 minute hold, and then we start to have a 5 minute hold, and etc. And the bigger the time frames that hold up the move, hold down the move. Sorry, yeah, or can hold down the move. The more likely it is they will do it. I mean, a 1 minute hold level is not really as strong as, of course, not as strong as a daily hold level. That doesn't mean that within that daily hold level, there can be the 1 minute that holds it down. But that's a different story. That's a different story as we were talking about now. This is just 1 minute level by itself. This is not a 1 minute hold level within a daily hold level, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Okay,
I mean,
let's reverse the chart.
quite a bit of action for, I mean, quite a bit of activity for such a tight range near the top here on the 1 minute.
So what do you think if you see this, what do you think? Will it go down or will it go up?
Well, I'm thinking most people would think it should technically go down because let's see the RSI on higher time frame.
This is just a 1 minute. I just reversed it now. Invert the scale.
Yeah, I mean it's pushing right up on the trend line as well, the descending trend, like yeah, the descending
So you
trend
would
line.
think this go down?
At this moment,
Or would this go up?
I think it goes and tries to push for it. The problem is that, and
Yeah,
then
there it goes again.
I think it,
Trying.
yeah, I mean I think it gets over that trend line that it's pushing for right now. I mean we've been watching this sort of
You mean
battle
the,
take place.
you mean the whole level here?
I I don't know, it's so tough to see. I mean, if you zoom out into the daily, you see that the volume is kind of diminishing as well compared to before.
So 4 hours a better chart to have a look. As you can see, it's a nice range. But
Yeah, I guess it does.
doesn't mean, yeah, then
That's
this is a
weird.
4 hour
I feel
break
like
one. Breaking.
I feel like Bing X turned off their market making.
Can you say that again, Miss?
I feel like Bing X turned off its market making. Uh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, like whatever it has in the background to basically ensure there's constant volume because there was consistent volume at one point, and in April or of this year, it drops off a cliff. The volume drops off by half, more than half.
mm,
Yeah. So the most activity was within that last dip region, which got rejected, where you can see those wicks on the chart right there.
yeah.
And then from there, we see price action going up with diminishing volume. And we see continuation of that even to now. Uh, it's not requiring too much activity to prop the price higher. But now we would have to see the open interest to in as an indicator to see if there's how much interest there is at these price levels, and that stuff we need a tool to see to gauge that interest. I wouldn't know, but I mean I'm sure those softwares out there would be able to pick that up and they would know.
Yeah. Well, basically, these levels get hit either with high or low volume, it doesn't really matter. And they reject the move, or they
I mean, if BTC
and
does
reject the
70K
move.
today, it's huge news. It would be huge.
I mean, you can see it's getting rejected. The question is, how, will it really get rejected, or will it just, have a rejection? Maybe around, maybe around here, and then try again. It could bounce up and down in this range, no? Even go here.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a better spot, I think. Either here or here. If it gets rejected, and it could well be above this level, but you don't want to take a trade here. Here's your, if you take your trade here.
I mean, all those levels have. Okay, I
Then
see.
oops. So basically, sorry, here's a break level. So basically, there's a little risk if you take it here.
Yeah.
And the
On
same thing over here. Now.
On the 1 hour, can we verify that these regions have been tested already within that 4-hour candle? No, not really, right? Oh, actually, it has.
Well, maybe 4 hour can only be tested by the 4 hour candle, not by a 1 hour.
Yeah. But with a
And a 1
4-hour
hour
candle,
only by a
you're establishing a longer term position, right?
with the 4 hour whole level, you mean?
Yeah, you're basically identifying a position, or you're identifying a price to establish a more longer term position, as opposed to like a 1 hour.
Well, not necessarily. The 4 hour is a stronger hold level than the 1 hour. Simply because more people will buy within that candle. So 4 hour maybe has a 1 hour, 15 minute, and a 5 minute level that hasn't been touched yet. So more people will buy within that area. If you have only a 1 minute level, then the people that bought at 4, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, etc., they already bought. So there's only a few people left that buy at the 1 minute hold. So these levels are levels where you expect the price to do something. In the sense, when it gets hit, it turns around. Now, how far it turns around, and if it is going to reverse the move, that we do not predict here.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that we say here is, at these levels, you have the lesser risk, and the more profitable, the more profit. So a better risk reward.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole idea of these levels. Those levels are levels where you trade at. And you trade at these levels because, number one, you have low risk and high reward. And secondly, when these levels get hit, the whole levels always have a reaction the first time, and the break levels almost always have a reaction the first and often also the second time, sometimes the third, the fourth, and the fifth time. But the first time a break level gets hit, it most of the time gets rejected. So that doesn't mean that the move is going to reverse, especially when it's a break level. When a break level gets hit, basically the trend, it attacks, the trend is trying to continue. When a hold level gets hit, it basically tells you that the trend is not is trying to continue, but it is held down by these hold levels. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, and if that starts to make lower highs, then it starts to become more and more difficult for that move to continue to the upside.
Oh man, it's we passed the top of the hour. I wanna close out this stream.
Yeah, we did. We did. Okay.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, no, so I think yeah, it's really interesting what we noticed with the BTC dominance. Um, you know, definitely there's a case to be made that BTC can make its run and we see uh more BTC, we see an increase in the BTC dominance. Um uh yeah, but I mean we'll continue to monitor it. I think tomorrow we'll see how it does. But yeah, thanks, Rennie. Thanks. I appreciate the breakdown. Definitely helps with me assessing where we think price movement can go. Um, and for those that are listening, if you guys want to get more insights, more on market health and things like that, join the Zazook server. You can get our link in the Discord, or get our Discord link in the description as well. I mean, if tips is what you want, I mean, you saw what happened with Troy. You know, so we get tips like this quite often, and and it's all back tested by algorithms. So the system does its thing, and what we do as traders is utilize this as a workflow optimization tool. And so it really streamlines the research, and we're able to identify these tokens, use our TA, get in, and for myself, I love to get in and out of trades intraday. So I'm always searching for this and utilizing information like this. And so, and with Rennie too on the pre-market prep, just makes it so much easier. So yeah, appreciate you guys for doing this. If you want to join Zazook, you know, purchase the NFT, you can get involved right away. There's a lot of things that we're working on. There's a lot of integrations that we're also implementing as well, all in the works. But you joining in now guarantees that you lock in a discount of 80%, and that will stay with you, you know, for forever. So the other way too is if you want to just sit hands-on experience, you can activate a free trial and get in that way. But first and foremost, join the server. There's lots to learn, and we can do this together. All right, that's it for October 28th pre-market prep. And if without further ado, Andy, was there anything that you want to close out on?
No, I think you summarized perfectly.
Perfect. All right, guys, this is Andy and Rennie, co-founders of Zazook.App, doing the pre-market prep with us. And until tomorrow, we'll look forward to doing this again. All right, take care, guys.